Right, for all you allotmenteers, this is a little update for my little patch. Following the No Mow May, lots of wildflowery, thistley kind of plants have taken over. Nice to see buttercups when nothing else is flowering really. But this was what happens when you don't cut everything back. Little daisies in there, all things that we find a nuisance in our lawn and just clip them. For years I worked for a company who, if they could see a daisy, you were fired. But look how they come compared to mowed, unmowed. So that's my little contribution to wildflowers. But I'm going to have another go. Obviously it needs tidying up a little bit, but raspberry canes are already starting to give it the large. That little fruit bush there is in the wrong place, I need to move that. I think they're called jesterberries, as you can see there. Too late to move it this year, but we got some little jesterberries. Cross between a gooseberry and a red currant, I think, or a blueberry. Just needs tidying up in here. A few nettles managed to establish themselves. This is our blueberry and black currant cage. Again, need tidying up a little bit. Doing quite well though. That was Lisa's mother's that we bought her. Always does the best there. Not quite sure about that one. White does better than those two. They tend to bolt. That just puts on fruit. In the background, red currants, which I'm sure, yes, you can see the red currants in there already. Look, if you look there, red currants. So that's going to be another bumper crop. Might have to feed those shortly. This was our first year wildflower bed. Only one wildflower in there as far as I know. Some of that bed straw stuff, grasses and wildflowers. So I'm going to strim all this. Well, I'm not. Somebody's going to strim this for me. And I'm going to squelch the earth and then put some more wildflowers in there. They don't always come back. So that's the wildflower bed. Potatoes doing well in the bags. This is our, he's weeding, our red onion and garlic bed. I have to start again with the garlic. As you can see, first attempt didn't do very well. This is our red onion and ginger bed. They're doing very, very well. Again, I need to trim and weed that. The potatoes, very happy in the bags. Just got to make sure I don't overwater them. Tomatoes came down yesterday. So I've got two rows here, beef tomatoes on the left, using a technique shared by my cousin's husband John in Yorkshire, and cherry tomatoes here, so we should have enough for the whole village at this rate. They grow a lot better out of bags, grow bags. Last year we were a bumper crop in the ground. That will need trimming, that will need trimming, but my friend Jenny's going to sort that hopefully today. This is a little bed that's struggling a little bit. Runner beans, my wife won't mind because I don't really grow too many. Looks like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plants. Normally I have 16, so might be short of runner beans this year. Not that we will be. This little cage I built for some recycled bits and pieces. Never have a lot of luck with brassicas, cabbage, cauliflower, caterpillars. Cabbage white caterpillar gets them before anybody else and they go mouldy. But this year I've built a cage moth proof for them. Great. Parsnips don't seem to have come up. Or do they? Oh yeah, there's a parsnip. I think that's a parsnip. Yeah, it's a parsnip. It's the only one though. I'll have to reseed those. Parsnips the other side. More potatoes. I didn't have enough bags for. Spinach went in yesterday. I'll go mad shortly. Lettuce, filling in the gaps. There. Another lettuce there. These are dwarf French beans. Very bountiful might not look like much at the moment, and you might be able to see these little tiny thin tiny things. That's grass, that shouldn't be there, but that is a baby leek. Well, actually these are the winter giant leeks, so they normally keep us going for sleeps all through the winter. This little bed, the construction I made yesterday. Here we've got the courgettes that have gone in, homegrown from seed. A couple of lettuce in the middle, lettuce at the end. My strategy is get it in, it survives or it dies, I'll replace it, but some things do better than others. In here, in the little tent, we've got either side of the one in the middle, cucumber. Obviously like to climb, got to make that a bit stronger so it doesn't fall on top of them. In the middle, a butternut squash, only grown one this year. I generally grow too many. They don't store unless you dry them out, but they can all climb all over that and I can pick them easily. This little contraption, recycled, is the pea and corn bed. As you can see, corn like to be all together in little blocks so they can pollinate each other. Peas like to climb. You might be wondering why I've built a little garden just for peas and corn. Well, last year Mr. Badger, I think it was Mr. Badger, pulled the peas down and ate all the good things, the pea shoots, obviously a fussy eater, and then got to the corn before me, pulling them down and taking the mickey. Lisa doesn't know this, but I had to go and buy some corn to put in the freezer because the Badger got all of them. Sorry Lisa, you've eaten Sainsbury's corn, not ours. It was a bit embarrassing having nothing to show for it. I should have listened to her when she said pick them now before they go over. Maybe I need to listen to her more often. Yeah, that'd be a good thing to do. And here, this is for Peter Rabbit and I are, anybody guess what they are? They are broad beans. Need quite a bit of support, broad beans. As you can see, again, I've created this little recycled contraption to hold them up so they get going. I'll put some more in there. This was the leek bed that needs to be dug over, sorted, and in there's some horseradish. Can't get to that yet, but hopefully Jenny's going to take some of this back to the path. Obviously I don't want to take it all back because there's lots growing in there. Don't know what those red things are, they look nice. Little blue cornflower, not cornflowers, not quite sure what they are, but they're wildflowers, so they'll stay. And then in here I've got 2 more cucumbers and sweet peas. This year's sunflower bed is here. One's got nibbled, so I'll chop that out for another spare that I've got at the house. And that just leaves me to today, hopefully today, sort out the other half of this remaining bed. This bit has been rotivated, which I try not to do too many times. This bit hasn't. There was some dahlias in here. Clearly they haven't survived the winter. But I'm going to clear that bed today. I've planted some dahlias from seed. And hopefully the slugs won't eat them all. So that's it. Update from the allotment. Biggest challenge here is grass cutting, sprimming, and keeping it all looking slightly delightful. I just don't like the scorched earth approach. Just seems a bit, I don't know, too neat and tidy, too barren, too just for single use. I think anything you do outside needs to be for you and others, whether those others are insects, animals, biodiversity. But as you can see, my approach to allotmenteering is very difficult on me and different to other people's. But hey ho, wouldn't it be boring if we all did the same? And the newest people to the allotment, this end, a lovely couple I met a couple of days ago for the first time to talk to both, and they're starting out. They're going for the grave plot effect, which I also like. As you can see, somebody's established that multi-bed, very neat and tidy, bit of a combination of my technique and others. And they're their dahlias that have gone in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, with the little wool pellets to stop the slugs eating them. Very neat and tidy, very lovely. But to keep that looking like that, you need a petrol mower. Here's another scorched earth effect. I don't know, I think if you do too much rotivating, that you just end up with dust. Yes, no weeds, but if the dirt blows away, what's left? Although this one does get some cow shit on it every year. Looks all very healthy. A lot of hours gone into this one, and this one's a late comer to the allotment, only in the last couple of years, but look how regimented that all is. Showcase really. And there's our neighbour doing a bit of what I do, a bit of what others do. We've got to leave some nettles. Some caterpillars love it, thistles, some insects love them. Why can't everything have a chance to flourish and grow? People, plants, and nature, insects. Should be space for all of them. I'll leave you with a bit of bird song, eh?